Bone china, 6 times cup and 6 times a saucer. Acquired from an Eastern dealer. Do not use. Why not?
It's illegal.
Extremely cursed.
I'll have to report you. They're also really rusty and gross. You'd probably get like tetanus or something out of this one.
Yes, this bone china is very rusty.
I'm sorry, what have you been fishing up lately? You're gonna question this? Fine, whatever. Question it, see what happens. Drink out of it, I don't give a fuck. You take one sip and your entire jaw turns to rust and just locks up. It's like, whoops. Looks like I should have listened to him, you say between your teeth.
Hey, Dredge. I'm Time. He's Cable. Last time we got told to go down here by someone. I don't remember who told us to do that. Do we have like a...
Who cares? Just go fish up Cthulhu so we can skip to the end boss.
What do I have on my ship, by the way? Crab trap. Okay. Let's go.
LESSGOOOOOO.
This is the button I want. There we go.
With a big dumb JPEG face on the thumbnail. Let's go.
Oh, right. I have the speed thing now.
Was that it? Was that all it did?
No, I just did it because I was coming up on this one and I wanted to fish it. Want to get a weird flounder.
Looks like a sponge.
He's riddled.
I'll keep this one to clean my ship with.
Very useful.
Very useful, very absorbent. Pretty weird that this was in the ocean.
Sponges are actually made out of sponges, aren't they? Some of them anyway.
The regular household sponges, I don't think so. Are they?
I thought they were.
Sponge material. Yeah, I assume that they're not actually made out of a sponge.
Yeah, I guess.
Synthetic sponges can be made of polyester, polyurethane, or vegetable cellulose.
But they...
Polyurethane is used in polyester sponges for their abrasive side. Polyester sponges are more common for dishwashing and are usually soft and yellow.
But
microplastics, oh baby, and nanoplastics, oh baby, can be released from kitchen sponges during use. Delicious. Great. Put that in my brain.
Baggy skin perforated with countless cavities. A singular shapeless mass spreads underneath. Delicious.
In case anybody didn't know, you've learned about sponges today, like household cleaning sponges. You can use the educational tag now.
Yeah. A many-eyed mackerel. Oh, look at that guy.
Many-eyed mackerel? You don't need that many mackerels. He's like, I'm on my way to becoming a spider. Leave me be. Just let me marinate in the ocean a little longer, and I'll turn into a spoder.
He's just gonna grow he's gonna grow 8 fins.
He'll just become a crab, and he'll be like, this is close enough. Right? Close enough.
Carcinization strikes again.
Oh, jeez.
Gill plates dotted with eyeballs. Superfluous but scanning frantically. All eyes see right through you. Oh, good.
It stares through you like he's thinking about the war. He's just flashing back to the war.
He knows what my sins are. That's unfortunate.
Oh, no.
I hope this is the correct direction. It is. Okay, good. It's getting a little dark. Probably super don't want to be way out here on the open ocean at nighttime.
No,
but
keep going. It's fine.
It's fine. Look, there's a
Just
city.
go into the edge of the map, and then you'll hit the big old fog wall that'll prevent you from keeping.
But it won't, like, turn me back or anything. I just go in there, and then a giant fish, a mega shark, just, oh, avoid that. Avoid that.
That's usually what happens. Oh, well, great. There it is. Remember that giant anglerfish thing in Outer Wilds when we played it for like a few minutes?
Yeah.
That like swallowed us up with no sound. That was spooky.
Yeah,
We should go back and play that sometime. We never finished it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was a pretty cool game.
We didn't get very far into it either.
A lot of people like it, I think.
A lot of people like it. Seems pretty neat. Pretty puzzly.
Yeah. So I kind of want to stop and grab this, but also my... it'll be fine. Oh, it's just a...
I don't know what matters. Does it matter if you get full spooky? Like, what happens?
Ooh. I think it
Or
makes...
is it just spooky? Is that it? If you want to play this game with spook mode turned on, go out at night. Otherwise, it's the same game, but just less spooky.
Whoop. Hello. Mm-hmm.
You better dive in there and find out who that was.
Yeah, just
Just stop and have your boat do a 90-degree turn and just like go straight down into the water. I'm coming after you.
engaging submersible mode.
Oh no, the local town's kids wedgied him again.
Every day with this.
These aren't overalls. This is just a pair of jeans with suspenders. They really got me good.
An old man emerges from one of the nearby broken buildings and hobbles towards you. Ah.
Hey.
Greetings. Don't get many visitors around here. What is it that you need? That voice line, that little voice sound he made reminded me of that guy from Yakuza 0, the fight guy.
Yeah. I don't remember his name, but I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, he makes this goofy. Don't get... Oh, I said that already, didn't I?
You already read this, Dork.
Yeah, I did.
You need some coffee? You feeling okay?
It's fine. My brain is melting a little bit, but it's okay.
Whatever, it's fine. Just drain into the ocean. I'll fish it back out later.
This place doesn't seem safe. Why do you live here? Do you know how I could clear the debris around here?
Debris around here? Debris around these parts?
How do I clear out the debris? Yes.
The debris?
Too many debris here. Can't get rid of them.
Do you know of any shipwrecks around here? I don't know. That looks like a piece of shit just pointing at your boat.
I mean, it looks better than my previous boat, I suppose.
What's happening to these cliffs? They're breathing. Oh my god.
This place doesn't seem safe. Why do you live here?
I was born here.
I'm gonna die here.
I literally cannot afford a boat to leave. Such is my lot in life.
And even if I could, I couldn't leave. I'm stuck here. It's a curse. I've been stubbornly holding out here for quite some time. Truth be told, I've been reconsidering my position lately. I have been happy here for so long. My wife and I had such a beautiful life. Until the collapse.
The economic collapse when the island's stock market crashed.
Everybody moved away.
Everybody moved away.
And now I'm alone and cut off by land and sea, left only with these trembling rocks on all sides.
I've been scavenging what I can from the other buildings around here, but eventually I'm gonna run out of food.
A lot of canned goods, though. Getting a little tired of beans.
Getting tired of canned fish, too. Yeah, I get it. We're an island, God.
I mean, I could just go out and catch some fresh fish, but I mean, have you seen some of the fish in there?
You can eat fresh fish? I thought it had to be canned fish, says the guy.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I eat fresh fish all the time, actually.
Then he just looks at his hands and he starts shaking. He's like, oh my god, this whole time I could have been just eating regular fish.
This changes everything. Thank you. You've changed my life.
You come back later and he's like super fit and strong. He's like, I started eating fresh fish. I'm gonna swim to the mainland soon.
He's just like extremely buff.
And then he just takes off swimming to the mainland.
He looks like 40 years younger.
There's like a big like wave of water behind him as he goes because he's so good at swimming.
Faster than my boat.
Oh my god. That's not hard to do though.
I could help you move to Ingful. It's not that simple. My brother would never... You see, I used to live in Ingful with my brother. He was a whaler back in the day. Things were bad. We fought a lot, mostly about our parents, how our parents' inheritance should be divided. We were in the prime foolishness of our youth.
He kept insisting that it was fair that I get absolutely fucking nothing, and I was like, I don't know about this, brother of mine. That seems a little lopsided in my opinion.
Don't know if that's what our parents intended, beloved brother of mine.
At that point, he had all the money, so he didn't. I had nothing to fight him with, so I was kind of exiled away from the town.
So I came here with my wife. When my wife and I decided to move here, I took the family crest. I stole it from him. Now, after all this time, I can't return without it. Oh, why don't you just give it back to him?
It looks really good above my fireplace. It's literally all I could get away with before he exiled.
It's the only decoration in my house. It's very important to me.
It's very important to me. Please don't make me give it back.
Well, why don't you give it back to him then? Again, it's not as simple as that.
He says, swatting you in the head with his cane.
Just whack. After the collapse, that creature, it dragged debris from the houses down to its wretched burrows. The crest went down with it. It's a lost cause, I know, but if you were to find it, it's a large whalebone crest. It would mean the world to me. Don't get your hopes up.
I don't know what's in it for me.
I'll look for it, sure. Thank you, but please, be careful.
Yeah.
Just use your money and invest in yourself and get
Just
buff
eat your
enough
money,
to
kid.
suplex the fish thing or whatever it is.
Make sure you guard those ribs. Make sure you guard those ribs.
Find the family crest. Oh, I did get a message, didn't I? Vessel. SY Grand Prize. Owner, Mr. Michael Schultz. Port Gale Cliffs. Oaken music box. Purchased from the antiquarian at Little Marrow for a bargain price. Previously salvaged from an undisclosed shipwreck. Has the letter J carved on the underside. Otherwise in reasonable condition. Has not been opened for fear of damaging the mechanism. Pending inspection by lockpick. Or locksmith. By lockpick, yeah.
We need to consult a lockpick before we do this. Just sitting on a table, just asking it, what do we do? And it just sits there and they're like, yes.
Oh, dear lockpick, please bless us with your knowledge of how to open this. A wooden mask. Carved wooden tribal mask, said to bring good luck, fertility, good health, fortune, rain, and protection from evil spirits. Traded for a pair of socks and a pocket watch chain. Wow.
Pours out a bunch of lockpicks on the table, like they're doing, like they're reading bones, like they're just throwing them in there, yeah. Reading them bones, you know.
Well, then that instructs you on what to do with the lockpicks, yeah.
Oh my god.
12-piece tea set, bone china, 6 times cup and 6 times a saucer. Acquired from an Eastern dealer. Do not use. Why not?
No, don't do it. It's illegal.
Extremely cursed.
I'll have to report you. They're also really rusty and gross. You'd probably get like tetanus or something out of this one.
Yes, this bone china is very rusty.
Yes, the bones get rusty here in the water. I'm sorry, what have you been fishing up lately? You're gonna question this? Fine, whatever. Question it, see what happens. Drink out of it, I'll go.
Look, a lot of heavy metals in the ocean here. It's fine.
You take one sip and your entire jaw turns to rust and just locks up. It's like, whoops. Looks like I should have listened to him, you say between your teeth.
A jar of earth. A jar containing earth from a meteor impact site. Allegedly. Just the map.
Does it contain the meteor in it, though? Because then it's not containing earth, it's containing the meteor.
Yeah, if it's got the meteor, it's not from Earth, so...
Boo. Boo, not Earth dirt. Boo. Earth has the best dirt. Earth has such good dirt, we named the planet after it.
Get out of here with your nasty Xenos dirt.
Get out of here, Xenos dirt. Gotta purge you from the galaxy. Replace you with Earth dirt. We can make more of that, right?
Yeah, just...
Get those dirt factories a-buzzing. Just a rumbling so we can start exporting Earth dirt to other planets.
Do you know how I could clear the debris around here? You'd probably need some explosives to shift those rocks. My brother at Inkfell used to make explosives. For the whaling operations, you see. Nasty stuff. But with the whales all gone, I can't imagine he's still in business. What else do you need to know? Do you know...
What am I supposed to be doing?
Hey, can you refresh my memory on the mission you gave me? You were going to keep an eye out for my family crest. It was dragged into the tunnels by that creature.
No, I meant in general. What am I supposed to be doing right now?
Who am I? How did I get here?
Person I just met. What's the purpose of my life? My entire life.
Have you seen any lighthouses I can drive my ship directly towards?
Oh, jeez. Not again. It's like I'm sick of telling you to drive towards that lighthouse. You've done it like 7 times now.
It patrols the passageways of the cliff, but its lair is somewhere towards the center by the large waterfall. I've marked the area on your map. Perhaps you could look there for it, but if it's too troublesome, don't worry about it. Oh, well, that's nice to just say, you can do it, but only if you really feel like it.
You have to believe in it or it won't work.
Do you know of any shipwrecks around here? Someone that used to live here kept their ship moored at the base of the cliff until it was struck by some falling rocks and sunk to the bottom. They were devastated at the loss, we all were. It was a beautiful boat, decorated with all manner of memorabilia from their travels. At low tide, I can still see what's left of the masthead poking through the waves. What else do you want to know? What's happening to these cliffs? They're being consumed from the core by that hateful serpent. Have you seen it? No. And I kind of don't want to, actually. Nobody believed me until it started devouring our foundations, opening up chasms beneath our homes. It was nightmarish waking in the night to the sound of a creature slithering somewhere underneath. It seems to have turned its attention elsewhere, but not before it took everything from me. What else do you want to know? Well,
it was a rough night when it shook me down in that alleyway. God, thanks, serpent.
It stepped out of the shadows, slithered out of the shadows. It had a switchblade in its tail.
It slithered out wearing a boot so it could say it stepped out of the shadows, and then it flicked out a switchblade in its mouth.
Tell me more about the creature.
I heard it snapping, but it doesn't have hands. How was he snapping his fingers?
I don't know how he was doing that.
I guess he truly is magic. My God.
Tell me more about the creature that lives in the cliffs. It's been burrowing tunnels through the base of the cliffs. You can see the gigantic holes it leaves just below the surface. As it forces its way out, it often causes rock falls, so if you plan on going in there, keep an ear out. Should it catch sight of you, well, you should be able to outrun it. It's quite slow, provided you can navigate the passageways. What else do you want to know? I think that's
Wait,
it.
is this in the water or is it on the island?
Probably it's in... Maybe it comes out of the walls and like goes into the water or something.
Spooky. It comes out and it's like, I can't swim. Oh, God.
It just drowns.
And starts crying for help. And if you rescue it, it's like, okay, cool. Now give me your wallet. And take me back to the mainland, dork.
Aha, you fell for my clever ruse.
The second time, it's like, oh, God, I'm actually drowning. Please help. And you save it, and he's like, okay, cool. Give me your wallet. And take me back to the mainland, dork.
Okay, I did see a...
And then the third time, you just let it drown, and then you get, like, dark side points. And it's like, why? Why is that my fault?
Oh, there's the actual city. Okay. I was gonna say, I thought I saw one in the background somewhere. Might as well give this a fish. Oh, weird. Oceanic perch. These are quite small. Ingfell resident. What is it? Is there anywhere I can sell my fish? I kind of need to.
Lady, my eyes are up here.
I know my fisherman's boots are very attractive, but please.
She's not even paying attention to you. She's looking at her dog. She's like, I'm my dog right now. What is it? She says to her dog.
She just never talks directly to any other person, always to the dog. We catch our fish ourselves here, so we don't have much need for buying any. But there's a merchant that travels around. She's usually anchored across the bay. She buys and sells almost anything, and she does repairs too. Anything else? Do you have any side quests for me? I've been trying to prepare a special meal for my partner, but I've been having some issues. Around here, we consider aged conger eels to be a particular delicacy. You may say they're rotting, but they're delicious if prepared correctly. Okay. Normally, we bury them in the ground and allow them to mature, but our dog keeps digging them up and eating them.
You're supposed to let that rot for a few months before we eat it, dog. Come on. Just like that fish in Iceland, I think.
I think it's a fish or is it shark? I feel like
it's shark.
Yeah.
I think. Isn't a shark a fish? Isn't a shark just a big fish?
I guess a shark is a kind of fish, yeah.
I'm pretty sure because they have gills, that makes it a fish, right?
I can't raise the subject without...
Well, I guess not, because sharks have like their eggs inside, right? And then they give quote unquote live birth.
Yeah, I guess.
So I guess they're different.
They're fish shaped.
They're also friend shaped sometimes, I guess. They're kind of cool if you hang out with certain ones.
Yeah, some of them. I can't raise the subject without spoiling the surprise. Can you bring me aged conger eel? Yes, I can bring you an aged conger eel.
I'll be back in 3 months. Let me just bury this and then dig it back out of your backyard for you.
Let me just bury this in the back of my cargo hold and I'll remember it eventually.
I'll just bury this in your backyard and then put one of those invisible fences. Just put this collar on your dog and leave it alone.
This is, I don't know if those have been invented yet.
I also don't think they work.
Yeah, probably not.
I'm pretty sure dogs just run past them all the time.
Thank you, you'll be decently compensated. Anything else? Where can I catch a conger eel? Ah yes, they can be tricky to find. I'm told they inhabit the holes and burrows within the cliffs themselves. I imagine they've been fished out around the edges, so you may have to venture into the passageways of the cliffs to find them. Oh, and did I mention that they only come out at night? Yes, I believe they hide during the day. Good luck.
Again, is this going to be like on the landmass, or is this like the water they're talking about?
It kind of sounds to me like there's like a... I don't know what you'd call it, but like a river or something that goes in that we're going to go down. What can you tell me about the cliffs? Many years ago, the cliffs used to be a haven for smugglers and pirates. Legend tells of 2 pirate lords who used Gale Cliffs as their hideout. Supposedly, they got into some disagreement and a huge battle was fought around the south side of the cliffs. There certainly are a large number of wrecks in that area.
This is a really engaging conversation I've been having with my dog.
The dog just like looks at you like every day with this.
With that sad look on his face right now.
Yeah. I'm so tired.
She thinks she's a dog. Oh my god, it's the worst.
Both sides were completely destroyed, their treasure hoards left abandoned and unclaimed to this day. I dare say they'd be worth a lot if anyone knew where to find them. Anything else? Do you know of any odd characters around these parts, other than yourself?
Cute. This is like that. Oh god. There's somebody in Twin Peaks, I think, that just carries a log around with them everywhere they go.
Yeah, I think
I'm not mistaken.
Remember seeing that, and then like the old lady in Alan Wake who has like the lantern or whatever is like based on that, right?
Yeah, well, more importantly, in Deadly Premonition, there's an old lady that walks around with a pot. More importantly, there's a character in that rips off Twin Peaks doing that. The better game, Deadly Premonition. Everyone's favorite.
Alan Wake's pretty good, though.
No, Deadly Premonition's better. It's one of the best games ever made. God.
I've still not seen much of Deadly Premonition.
Well, we should play that the next for you. Because heck it, it's a funny ass game.
It's long though, isn't it?
If you do all the side stuff, yes.
Yeah. Do you know of any odd characters around these parts? Have you heard the tale of the Magrin? He's an old whaler from these parts. As the whales got more scarce, the crews spent longer and longer at sea trying to find them. Magrin, it seems, wasn't cut out for this. He formed an unnatural attachment to a scroll he found on one of these trips. Oh good, sea magic.
Okay, look, Okay, so he fell in love with it, all right? He kept making out with it all night until the scroll got real soggy and gross.
Ew.
It's the worst.
Ew.
You don't want to find that, just leave it where it is.
And then the mermaids came and like attacked us to reclaim it.
And then somebody tried to reach in and their hand burst on fire. And they're like, ah, God.
Ah, why did I do that? Ah.
Why do that? The mermaid showed up and they're like, ew, gross, he's making out with it. Let's just leave it. Let's make a new one.
He says the scroll told him how to become immortal by eating mutated fish. People started calling him Magrin the Fishman. Oh, good. Excellent. I do have some of those, so I guess I could go give them to him.
Oh God. Magrin the Fishman, he just joined the deep ones is all that happened.
Yeah.
They're right over there, and then you look over and they're just on a small rock and they just wave at you. There's the deep ones.
Hi, guys.
We're not very deep right now, but we're working on it. They just yell over from the distance. You can kind of hear them say it.
Nice folks.
We're trying to learn how to use our gills. We can kind of hold our breaths for now, but we're kind of scared to try, you know.
Oh, one of them's like really carefully climbing into the water with some of those like water wing floaties on his arm.
Another one's floating by because he drowned somehow.
One day, the town awoke to find all the boats and nets and lines had been slashed in the night, and old Magrin was nowhere to be found, nor has he been seen since. Ah, heck. Now I can't give him those mutated fish.
Whoops.
Anything else? No, I'm good. And then I can talk to the retired whaler. What is it?
I should buy a boat, I think, now that I'm retired. says the retired whaler.
But where would I get a boat?
If only I had a boat before I retired as a whaler.
Hey, you have a boat.
Oh my god. Then it does a turn-based like JRPG battle between them and you. You're just throwing whatever fish are on board your ship right now to do damage. Did you show up with no fish? We'll get wrecked. He's about to kick the shit out of you. He's got some big meaty fists there.
Do the mutant ones deal extra damage?
The mutant ones deal extra damage to you.
Oh, unfortunate.
Whoops. They're worth a lot of money, but if you use them in battle, they bite you.
I heard you used to make explosives. I did. Sometimes the carcasses needed breaking up. It wasn't the most efficient or the most pleasant, but it got the job done. I've been thinking about getting back into it. I might be able to rustle up something strong enough to clear those debris piles in the cliffs.
Excuse me, it's pronounced debris.
I gotta clear out those debris.
Gotta get rid of the debris.
But I'm not sure. I don't have the energy these days.
I'm tired.
Oh, look, I'm like 70.
I'm tired and retired. You know what I'm saying?
I got bad bones. Whaling's hard work. It really takes it out of you in your old age. I'd have a use for some explosives like that. All right, I'll think on it some more, but I make no promises. Anything else? Are there any shipwrecks around here? The real wreck around here is the settlement in Gale Cliffs. My brother ditched us and moved on over to those cliffs years ago. I suspect he's regretting his decision now. The devil. Yeah, he kind of is doing that, actually.
It's fine. He's got that crest.
He does. Well, he doesn't have that crest because the snake stole it.
Well, what's important is that the retired whaler doesn't have the crest.
Yeah. We can't have that.
Boo, having the crest for this guy. Ooh.
Anything else? Have you heard about any strange things in the area? Some time ago, just after the last whale was brought in, there was a sudden exodus from Gale Cliffs. Dozens of ships sailed past, packed up and hurrying away north as fast as they could. They were waving and shouting something at us from their boats, but we couldn't make it out, and never did see or hear of them since. I'm sure that was nothing. Definitely nothing to worry about. What can you tell me about Inkfell? Ingfell used to be a whaling town, emphasis on the used to be. We would go out, bring in a carcass, and then the rest of the town would get to work. But the whales got scarce some 20 years ago, and now look at us, barely scraping by for a new candle. Anything else? Nope.
What's left of the whales started forming gangs or fighting back. Watch out when you go back out there. Especially if you see killer ones. They're real killer these days.
They're really interested in fighting boats, actually.
They're like juggling boats out there between each other. Like, you know how people in the water will like bounce a beach ball between each other? That's the orcas and like fishing boats. Right
With
now.
boats, yeah.
They're just flipping those things around.
Well, next time we're going to go across the bay, see if I can sell off these fish, and then maybe we'll take a look around this island a bit.
Oh, baby, you're already looking at the island. There it is.
More of the island.
This, but from the backside.
Yeah, there could be something interesting back there. We don't know.
Oh my god. Maybe. We'll find out next time.